Hello, and welcome to yet another Thanksgiving blog. Alright, so this Thanksgiving blog is kind of going to be a little bit different. First of all, what I'm thankful for is that despite all the busyness that's going on in my life right now in terms of school, like right now I'm on break, which is only like Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend, and then I go right back to school. But anyway, with all the busyness that takes place in our lives, relatively we made it through this stretch trying to get the house clean and everything else, which we're still kind of in the middle of doing. I'm just taking a small break to do this right now. Anyway, even with all that, there hasn't been too much stress on either me or Victoria, which is great, because sometimes people just get really stressed out during this time of year. So it's really nice to do that. Now, this blog is going to be slightly different in the sense that it's kind of like a backstory, more or less, than any song that is going to be done. When I was a senior in high school to about my sophomore year in college, I was in a really creative groove, and I just kept on writing a whole bunch of like songs, one after another, whether it be for Thanksgiving, whether it be, just a regular rock song. I was, constantly, thinking up ideas like, oh, that could be a song, or oh, that could be a song. And when I was in the process of that, as far as the Thanksgiving music went, I didn't quite have a filter on like, oh, this song is good, or oh, this song is bad. Like I was just, like, oh, that's an idea, let's write that into a song, and so forth. So right now, as I am now 24 years old, and not as, and I'm a little bit more musically, picky in terms of what I like to write. I've kind of been going over some of the old songs that I had written during that period of time, and I had already had a purge after my senior year, in terms of getting rid of some stuff that I had written, but now I'm going through like another one where I'm just like, I really don't like that song. And like, I listen to it because it's on my iPod, and I'm just like, it's not something that even I would like want to listen to multiple times. And if the writer doesn't want to hear it multiple times, I doubt anyone else is going to want to listen to it multiple times. So this is kind of like the elimination of songs. So you're going to hear the songs that are being eliminated from the Thanksgiving canon. And obviously, if people still wanted it, then, they can make their own version of it. But I'm like, it's not worth trying to fix. So, first of all, Tabor the Turkey. Now, Tabor the Turkey's not on the list, but when I was listening to Tabor the Turkey this year, I was just like, I really don't like that last verse. And even the last three verses, I was kind of like, Like, the first two are really good. It sets a really good tone. And then as soon as you get to the third verse, it starts to go downhill. Like, the fourth verse or the fifth verse is just like, So, presently I'm in the process of rewriting that. And basically what I'm trying to do is combine the final three verses into a more darker story instead of like, rhyming things like Turkey Joe and, what was it? Tabor ends up in Kokomo. In the end, once this is finished, Tabor will die. So this is completely different from what it used to be where Tabor escapes and goes off to Kokomo. Tabor will die at the end of this song. And so that's kind of where Tabor the Turkey is. Next song that's on the chopping block. This song's done. I'm not going to try and fix it. It's I Want to Eat Tonight. So once again, this is one of those songs that I had written during that period of time where I was like just in a creative mood and I didn't put a censor on it. And so like, I've tried fixing it like once or twice and I still don't like it. And, if I've tried fixing it once or twice and I still don't like it, it's time for that song to go. So, that song is officially dead. Okay? So, next song that's on the chopping block is You Gotta Love Stuffing. So, when I had written this song, it was once again in that exact same period of time. I was just writing stuff, not trying to censor it. I was like, oh, I need a stuffing song. Let's do this. But here's the thing. What is the gravy song? Don't Forget the Gravy. Okay, so when I had written that, I was like, oh, it's a love song to gravy. It's brilliant, it's brilliant, it's brilliant. And that song I actually liked. However, then I wrote like 2 or 3 other songs that were love songs to food, and it just doesn't come across the same way as gravy does. So basically, I was just like, oh, I need a stuffing song. But I love stuffing. I mean, literally, that's my favorite part of the meal. But it was, you know, the song in the end just was not nearly as good. So that song is now scrapped. And especially now that I wrote My Mama's Stuffing is Better Than Yours, it's not like there's not a stuffing song that I like. Because, quite honestly, My Mama's Stuffing is Better Than Yours is like my favorite, one of my favorite 3 Thanksgiving songs that I've written, and I've written at this point probably 20 if you include my prior purge and the purge that's going on right now. After all this is done, there'll only be about 13. But anyway, that's the point of that. Alright, and the other song, like I said, I kept on writing love songs, and I thought it was cute at when I wrote this. Sweet Sweet Potatoes. Okay, this song is gone. Because when I'd written it, once again, I was like, oh, let's talk about how sweet, sweet potatoes are. I mean, haha, I'm being funny. But it was stupid in the end. So that song's scrapped. So like I said, those are the 3 songs that I know I'm no longer even going to work on. I'm just like, nope, that's done. Another song that's kind of on the that is on the chopping block, which I haven't yet decided on whether or not I want to get rid of it, is Hubert the Happy Cow. Because once again, it was one of those songs that one I wrote my senior year of college, and I was just like, oh, I need to write a song, because I was trying to write a song a year, and I was just like, oh, I need another mascot, so let's do Hubert the Happy Cow. And it just seemed forced, and it wasn't all that creative. So that song's on the chopping block. I might try and fix it. If I can think of a way to fix it, I might keep it. If I can't think of a way to fix it, I'm just gonna scrap it. So, potentially 4 songs you will not hear me play anymore are Sweet Sweet Potatoes, You Gotta Love Stuffing, and I Wanna Eat Tonight. And then also Hubert the Happy Cow is that one potential that might not be played. The last thing that I want to say, so I don't just want to leave this all in the negatives. So, me and Chris planning for next year are hopefully going to record these professionally, a few of them. Not, obviously, if you're talking about $100 a song, so you're not going to do an entire album when you're not sure where this is going to go. So we're looking at recording the top 3 songs that, me and him both agree would be, oh, if the public heard these, we might have a fighting chance in terms of, a musical, not quite a musical career, but making a musical imprint. And so those 3 songs, which we both feel are great, are Who Burnt the Turkey, Grandma's Famous Corn Casserole, and My Mama's Stuffing is Better Than Yours. So, those 3 songs, hopefully next year we'll actually get to go to a studio and record them, with drums, with a few other people. We're planning on, not just going in with me and him, but, having a few other people with us that know how to play those instruments and just, create a production value version of those songs, and then obviously we would post those. So that way those can spread and, put those online overall so that everyone can kind of hear them and be like, oh, okay, these people, aren't just crazy people, they actually know what they're doing. Anyway, so with all that in mind, but as far as that goes, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving.